Financial Success, 4 Essential Principles for Elevating the Poor. There isn't a clear way to officially tell if you're in the middle class, but some signs include owning a home, a car, paying for your kids' college, and having extra money. Let me introduce you to Simon to make this more relatable. Simon is a regular guy from an average family. His parents were lower middle class and they sometimes struggled with bills. Simon went to an average school, got a high school diploma, and, thanks to decent grades, got into a good college. After college, he got a job through his dad's connections. Simon isn't extraordinary, and because he didn't learn good money habits growing up, he became careless with his finances when he started earning. He spent money freely on gadgets, expensive vacations, and fancy restaurants. He had multiple credit cards and used them without thinking about the consequences because budgeting and saving weren't priorities for him. One day, Simon realized he was deep in debt with high balances on multiple credit cards, making only minimum payments at high interest rates. Concerned, he decided to take action before things got worse. Simon examined his spending habits, created a budget, and set realistic financial goals. He researched debt management strategies, seeking advice from financial experts and reading books and articles on personal finance. To tackle his debt, Simon reduced expenses by eating out less and canceling unused subscriptions. He explored additional income sources like freelancing and renting a room in his house. Simon devised a plan to prioritize high-interest credit cards, paying more than the minimum amount due. Following this plan diligently, he successfully eliminated all credit card debts within a year, including paying off his car loan and student loans. Simon felt a sense of relief and pride after taking control of his finances. With the burden of debt lifted, he redirected his focus toward saving and investing. Simon established an emergency fund, contributed to his 401k, and opened a Roth IRA. He ventured into the stock market, gradually growing his wealth over time. This little story proves that you can get out of debt and become financially secure. It takes discipline, commitment, and hard work, but with a good plan and advice from pros, it's doable. Now, let me tell you the principles that helped Simon escape financial trouble and end up in a better situation. Principle number 1. Mindset comes before wealth. When Simon was growing up, his parents often argued and his dad seemed unhappy in the mornings. Simon's mom would complain about their tough life on the phone. Witnessing this made Simon lose confidence. When he asked his parents, they'd fake a smile and say everything was fine, leaving Simon with a lasting impression. This affected his mindset, actions, and lifestyle. To fill the void from his childhood, he bought unnecessary things. Years later, attending a seminar transformed Simon's life. A motivational speaker who had a similar past shared strategies for overcoming challenges. One crucial lesson was telling oneself daily that they are worthy and deserving of success. Simon realized that seeing oneself as capable and successful is vital for real transformation. As Andrew Young said, wealth is a state of mind, and Robert Kiyosaki emphasized the power of well-trained mind in creating wealth. Principle number 2. The company you keep. A wise person once said, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future." Did you know that you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Take a look at your current circle. Those you play, eat, chat, and gossip with. Ask yourself, what value do these people bring to my life? If the answer is nothing, it might be time to find new friends. Consider leaving or limiting time with those who add no value and start hanging out with people who have a positive outlook on life. Your friends say a lot about your behavior. Making new friends who turn problems into opportunities can inspire you to do the same. Desire for growth and new opportunities often come through such connections. If you're hesitating to let go of old friends, remember the words of Aditya Mehta. The mediocre have a very narrow perception of reality. Now, here's a story about a girl I fell in love with. She was financially better off, and besides her beauty, I admired her mindset. She would offer ideas to help me when I felt stuck. Even if I didn't always follow through, her advice was valuable. Once, when we needed extra money, she suggested a challenge. Start a small business and see who could make the most money by the end of the month. Long story short, it was her way of saying, "Let's get this money," and it helped me grow. Your friends should be more than positive thinkers. They should challenge you to grow and celebrate your victories. Principle number 3. Expertise in a specific skill. I still remember the excitement of catching my first basketball even though I didn't know what I was doing. In our group, I became the best. My interest in the sport grew when I found a photo of my dad on the junior basketball team. When I mentioned playing to my uncle, he said, "Don't think you'll be as good as me, son." I didn't argue because my culture values submission. I gave up until high school where I turned out to be pretty good. This might not be the most inspiring story, but the point is, when you focus on what you think you do best, don't let anyone tell you differently. The more you persist, the more you improve, and soon you'll be one of the best. Scott Adams once said that every skill you acquire doubles your odds of success. Instead of giving up on your skill at the first discouragement, stick to what you believe in. With time, you'll gain exposure, earn your livelihood, and eventually, your skill will become highly profitable. Principle number 4. Be conscious of how you use your time. Whenever I visit my childhood neighborhood, I'm surprised at how people seem content without much consideration for how they spend their time. Initially, I thought they might be satisfied with their lives, but I discovered the opposite is true. Many of them wish for change but struggle to figure out how to escape. Time, one of the most valuable and universally distributed resources, is a key player here. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but not everyone uses them equally. Some waste time, while others may not fully realize its worth. How you use your time is a crucial question. Consider it the most important one in the universe. If you invest your time wisely, learning a skill, understanding its fundamentals, applying it in real-world situations, and preferably choosing a skill you enjoy and can change for, then you're likely to lead a fulfilling life. Taking care of this fundamental pillar of existence can make a significant difference. To conclude, it's evident that some individuals are fortunate to be born into the middle class, while others must work hard to achieve that status, and that's perfectly acceptable. There's nothing wrong with aspiring for more in life. In fact, when you reach your goals, you become a source of inspiration for others. If you're seeking different outcomes than what you've experienced before, consider embracing the straightforward principles I've shared to bring about positive change in your life. By doing so, not only can you enhance your own circumstances, but you also have the potential to positively influence the well-being of future generations. Thank you for your time and attention. If you haven't done so already, please take a moment to comment down below. Your thoughts mean a lot to me. Have a great day.